Hey, Squad. How y'all doing? Hey, Tammy AG. Hey, Lifa Patricia. Hey, Gigi. Hey, Erica Robertson. Hey, Marianne Watson. Hey, Erica. Hey, Erica. God protection on me. G Mall GG. How you doing, baby? Hey, Royalty Queen. Okay, let's let some of our sisters make it up in here. Hey, Clintus. How you doing, baby? Hey, Marianne. Let's see if my notifications are going off, you guys. Let's see how this is going to work, right? Hey, Miss Run Up a Bag. Hey, Latasha Robertson. Hey, Kim. Hey, Ida. Hey, LaShawn. Hey, Black T. Hey, Almighty Pete's. Hey, Milla Miz. Hey, Tater Bug. Hey, Kenya. Hey, Selena. Hey, Small Talk. Hey, Candace Jones. Miss Rumberback, thank you, beautiful. Lady Justice Selena Dana Blank. Let me go up. Hey, Leslie Cole. Welcome in, y'all.
Hey, Black Tea.
Oh, you see Black Tea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mom, I'm finna have a conversation. You guys go do what you're doing, okay? And I'll be done before you know it, okay? Hey, Laurentina. Hey, Kim. Miss Rumpa Black Glennis. Erica. Hey, Ross. Hey, Tammy. Okay, you guys, I wanted to come and explain what's going to happen today, right? Because you guys already know I've had an amazing day. Every time I make it through treatment, I'm just so high on God's blessings, right? That I can't even really lower my standards to even want to have a conversation with these people. But some things are just not going to be allowed to be said about me and my family, and not me come here and correct the stupid shit, right? Because I'm going to come here because people want to give me their life story. People want me and my children to go through the horrific tragedy of a life that they had to be suffered with themselves. They shouldn't want nobody else to go through what they have to go through. And I said, if the big face bitch don't stop, then I'm gonna have to write her daughter and see if she wants to do a tell-all about her upbringing and offer her some money. Like, I'm gonna be willing to pay money for this daughter to let me know what the fuck is wrong with her piss poor excuse ass mammy. I think we got the jail that she's in. She's there till 2027. It ain't gonna be shit, but everybody in jail wants some motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like, come let us know what the fuck happened to your mammy. Why your mama on here so upset at a person she don't even know. Want to give me her life nasty ass story. Now I'm gonna make a phone call, you guys, in about 3 minutes. Let me see, my Lonnie. You should have saved that cute. Ooh, you so pretty. Okay, fix your hair and put on your headbands. I'm gonna take a picture of you. But you look so pretty. We wanted to go swimming. All you needed was some short and a tank top. But anyway, my grandbabies is dressing up, honey. Excuse me. But because it's weird behavior. All the assumptions, all the I think is this, all the accusations, but never any proof. Never pulling up saying, hey, this is what happened to her. It's documented right here. Hey, her mother was adopted, and this is why we think so. It's documented right here. Hey, these bitches just say what the fuck ever. But there's no proof. The reason why I think that she's a raggedy ass mom, and not even to the point where I think it because I know it, her kids are out here committing crimes, abusing drugs, taking the pud. She shitted out a baby at 12. That's my evidence to say why the reason why I say it. These people say stuff. Oh, her grandfather was her sugar daddy. Where do you see that? Where do you see any type of predatory behavior happening in my family? You can't see it. And let me see what time it is. Okay, we got 2 minutes. Cause we gonna clear this shit. We gonna get it fat. We gonna get it funky. Because these bitches, all they do is come here to lie. Come here to pass insults. We can all do that with your ugly ass. With your sloppy body, ugly bullfrog face looking ass. Like, bitch, we can all talk about each other. But let me keep this clean because I do got a special guest that I'm finna get on board with me, and they, they're a big deal, right? So I don't even have to go into that yet. Matter of fact, I'll keep it another whole video. We're gonna come here and try to figure out why do this person want my life to be similar to her. Like, my reality is not your reality. My grandmother loved me, took great care of me, provided for me, kept me protected, kept me safe, and out of all harm's way. This is what my grandmother was able to do for me. Now, I don't know why those people allowed you to be screwed around with. Your whole life been getting screwed till 3. That's a tragedy. Then 7, you've been in 20 plus foster homes. That's all a tragedy. You should come tell your autobiography. It is trauma, but she wants to say that's somebody else's story. That my grandmother is not my grandmother. She wants to, but no matter how much she said, it doesn't make it my reality. So I'm like, why the fuck would she continuously waste her time? If you can't prove it, then just be quiet. You sound like a hater. You say, I want to be you. Bitch, your life is so disgusting. Not even you want it. Not even you want it, let alone me, bitch. When you brought up how I brought up and you live how I live, why the fuck would I downgrade trying to be anything of similarity to you? Why would I want that, bitch? My life is better than yours. And I'm not saying that to be mean or nothing. It's just the reality of it. You've been getting passed around since you was the age of 3. That's some sick shit. But see, that's not my thing. At 3, I was kept safe. Ain't never been violated. And neither have my motherfucking children. My son don't come in here fucking with me. Hold on, y'all. It's 12 o'clock. Let's see what we can do. Let me add my baby on here. Because enough of this stupid shit. Hold on. And so jealous of my daughter. My daughter's working. I'm calling her at noon.
Hello.
Hey, do you have time to talk?
Give me like 5 minutes and call me right back.
Okay. I'm gonna call you back in 5 minutes. Let's do this thing so we can be done.
Okay, bye.
Okay, I gotta give her another 5 minutes. So let me just go on to say hellos. Let me see. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Cole. Misery Love Company. It does. I'm like, this some sick, twisted stuff for this lady to want to have me join in on her life story. I don't even have the history. My son Myron, Joel, they not running around here essaying nobody. They not over here tackling nobody because all they've been raised around is some old nasty predatorial bullshit. They that's not our story. And your ugly self can say it till you blue in the face. It's not gonna change the fact that I lived an amazing life and still am. And your life wasn't shit. And if I was you, I would deny. Because you won't mention your children. You won't mention your mother swinging grandchildren. You so ashamed, but we all know you dropped the ball. And let me tell you this. Hey, go get him. The reason why I say you dropped the bag with your grandkids is because you've been on this app since 2021 and we have never seen you engage with your interact with your grandkids. It's not possible to be a great amazing grandmother and for me to not have relationships and I can't show you guys. It's no way that you guys are gonna know me and think that you will never see my family. That's not gonna happen. Let me see her big face as Want Your Life, Ross, and she is so jealous of your children and grandchildren, and I understand why. She raised a bunch of losers. Miss Rumperback say, how in the hell she to try to make her story your story? That bitch is sick in the head. How dreadful she is, Miss Rumperback. It's giving mental illness. Love thyself. It is. And I know this, right? And I'm just like, girl, you could ask this question and that. There's no comparison. Love thyself, not at all. She don't compare to my pinky toe. I don't give a fuck how ashy my hands is. The bitch ain't got the lotion I use. The bitch ain't got nothing on my level. Not nothing. Her horrible life is her horrible life. And I wish that she'll just keep it to herself. But she can't come out here and explain why she was a fucked up mama. She can't come out here and explain how she had kids with that man. If that man, the big face man that looked like some type of pirate, some type of crazy motherfucker, if he's not related to that foster home that she was in, because I believe he's an older man, and I believe he started impregnating her and well screwing her probably started a lot before the first baby came. So he's been screwing her for a long time and abusing her. Then she said she had to escape from him because he was abusive. And his crazy kids that she considers psychotic acts a lot like him. Now, those were her words. I don't know him. This is how she described him. But just today, the bitch said that she ain't never been abused and she's always been with men that give her the utmost respect because of. But why the fuck was he able to beat your ass? Why the fuck was he able to pimp you out? Why was he able to do all that shit to your loose cock asshole? Make it make sense. What you say and what we know for a fact, it doesn't align with one another. It doesn't with your ugly ass face. Every time you think you looking like something, and we're looking at your ugly bullfrog, big fat nasty ass face, we know this bitch is crazy. That's all we can think, that you are mother swinging crazy. Hey, Brenda Cummings. Hey, Denise Wallace. Hey, Miss Janice. Hey, LaWanda. Hey, Chocolate. Hey, Miss Rubberbag. Hey, Patsy. Hey, Small Talk. Let me see. I'm gonna start pinning you guys. Misery do love company. And see, I don't have anything to be upset about. Shit, at 1:30, I gotta go sit at a swimming pool. That I done already came home. I came straight in the door, washed my hands, cooked the meal for my grandbabies, although they wanted waffles, which was so simple, but they could put this meal up for lunch. Daviana's in there enjoying it. Came home, I cleaned my kitchen, washed me a few dishes. I didn't sweep or mop, but I got everything done. Sat down, I'm maxing and relaxing. Life is great. I could go. Oh, you are? Okay, thank you. And Daviana just said she finna do the things that I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? It's team effort over here. Team effort. My grandbabies are big. Why they can't be here with just me? Like you got a lot of people just don't make any sense. It's just like they help me. My oldest granddaughter running back and forth up and down them stairs for mama. Like, all my babies help me. And my oldest is gonna be out here to spend a few weeks with me because she's gonna take a vacation. I told you guys this. My family and my life and my upbringing and everything about my life, as much as these people don't like it, I got to say, you guys, I had a beautiful life. I thank God for it every day. I told y'all this. My grandmother was an amazing woman. No adoptions. I never lived in Memphis. My mother did. My grandmother did, and one of my auntie Cordy did. My auntie Lane did not live in Memphis. Sharon, Terry, Carrie, Ivan, Jeffrey, Eric, none of them lived in Memphis. My grandmother never thought about adopting, but when she got this one little foster kid, his name was Alfred. We called him Al. She fell head over heels for this little boy. This little boy was exposed to so much stuff. I'm not even going to put it out here. I think I've said it before. Yeah. But my grandmother wasn't going to keep him. And my grandfather was like, hey, we're getting older. Let's just travel and enjoy life. So my grandmother got rid of all the kids. She was no longer going to take care of kids. But you guys know my grandfather got sick and he passed away in 92. My grandmother had the baby at that time, but she gave him away because she was still gonna try to be kid free. My grandmother missed that little boy so much she went to his new foster mom and asked if she could refoster him. Could the social workers get involved? They told my grandmother that his parents were never going to come back to get him. And the only way that they was willing to move him is if she went through adoption court, like I thought other people got how they got their little girl. Through foster care, through adoptive courts, all because the kid became a ward of the state. I still think that, right? I still think that although they still gave my grandmother a certain amount of money to keep him, he became her first and only adoptive child. That's it. My grandmother had my mother at what? 18, 19, maybe even 17. Who's 17 adopting somebody? Make it make sense, you guys. Let me do the math. Davion, do the math for me. My mother was born in 57. My grandmother was born in 37. Oh, that's a 20-year difference. So my grandmother at 20 became a mother of her oldest of 9 biological children. Al made number 10, and that's the only adoption she's ever done. She fostered a lot of kids, but I wasn't through foster care. My mother is Allegra. My mother's mother is Maddie. My grandmother mother is Iva, and my great grandmother was a twin. Her twin name was Eva. It was Eva and Iva. I told you guys my story will never change because it's my reality. It's the truth. My baby Uncle Al, he was murdered. He was murdered, so he's not here. Alani, the one we all spoil and make a big deal out of, that's her father. But we don't treat her like her dad was adopted into the family. That's family. She calls me auntie to this day. When my grandmother died, I continued to raise Al and sent him to high school right along with the rest of my children because he had chose to come live with me. This is where he wanted to be, with me, not his other sisters, but with Rosalind. We could call my auntie Terry. She'll verify that. He was allowed to come with Rosalind because I've always been a decent mother. Even when I was making mistakes, it was certain shit that just wasn't going to be done. See, I didn't grow up knowing that people really, screwed little children. I wasn't aware that it sick people like that because I've never been around them. As I became a teenager and more aware of what take place in, certain people's lives, then I was like, oh my God, I'm so thankful that my grandmother kept me from being touched. That would have really made me crazy. And this is probably what we seeing in the big face bitch. This is why we can look at mental illness through her, because this bitch has survived a tragic lifestyle. Tragic. It's always been tragic for her. 3, I can't even remember being 3, but she remember it because something so horrible happened to her. You know what I'm saying? Let me go down. Exactly. Her life, bitch, please. You don't even want your own. LaWanda, she don't even want it. But study trying to give it to me. Girl, bye. Hey, Gloria Wally. Hey, Tammy Roz. They don't want to hear the real. They're going to twist it around. I know. It's okay. But I just like to say it because, bitch, hey, loving my grandson. Hey, Zaza. Let me see. It's so beautiful because that's what you put in the atmosphere daily. You are actually creating your environment, and heaven and earth has to align to what you say. All right, Lady Justice, let me pin you. Zaza say, hey, Miss Run Up a Bag. Black Tea. Jackie say if they take time out to enjoy what they have, whatever that may be, they might begin to gain more. Exactly, Jackie. Roz, the lemon cookies were good. Oh, all right, Gloria. And you can eat 10. Is it 10 a day, Davion?
9.
Oh, 9.
And it's not a day. It's 9 cookies is 110 calories.
And that's low for calories, right? Mm-hmm. So you can eat 9 cookies.
You still got some more? You
Yeah, no. I got some more. And don't you eat up my cookies? When you gonna be running in Trader Joe's for me? But Gloria said they were delicious. They are good, you guys. I will never steer you guys wrong. Tammy AD say, Ross, I was raised the same way, so I can relate with you. But the ones didn't have an amazing life can't relate, so they don't know no better. They don't, Tammy AG. And this is this person's life. I don't know why she wouldn't want to keep that miserable, tragic story of her upbringing to herself. Why would she want anybody else to live that story? Roz, they know you have a beautiful life, and this is why they come on here talking garbage. I know, Jackie. Let me try my daughter back again because I don't want the whole lunch break to be over. You guys are going to have to be quiet. Let me see. I want you. You guys are gonna put a one and let me know when. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Marjorie, I told you that I needed to have this conversation with you because it's a lot of accusations out there flying around. The first thing I want to clear up is who is your Uncle Eric? I'm not your Uncle Eric. Tell me about your relationship with your Uncle Eric. That's 4 months younger than me. Just
Yeah. He
uh-huh.
always told me. My
Mm-hmm.
whole family, I've told them this before, but everybody kind of nurtured me and praised me for being smart. So every time I got a good report card or whatever, he would pick me up and take me shopping. He would take me to the mall. I remember going to the Hello Kitty store. I got this Hello Kitty boom box when I was in elementary school. But yeah, I have a really good relationship with my Uncle Eric.
And you've never been subjected to any type of predatorial behavior with a male?
Never in my life. I've never experienced sexual abuse ever in my life, and that's such a sensitive thing to play with. It's it's such a tragedy. It's a tragic thing that people go through. I thank God that I've never been through that, and it's so sad that they play with stuff like that. I don't think they realize how nasty it is of them to even play with that when a lot of people really do go through stuff like that. But yeah, the men in my family are not predators. I've explained my childhood trauma. I told y'all what I went through. And thank God I never went through any type of sexual molestation.
Exactly. So, because you said you don't remember using the word access during my crazy dating life, right? You don't remember using the word access, but just let's entertain. Maybe you did. What did you mean by me allowing men access to you? Can you explain that?
Just having live-in boyfriends. I never liked that. I never liked having live-in boyfriends and dating people and moving them in. I didn't like that.
Okay,
that's
so
what I meant by access. Never access to do anything to me. They couldn't even raise their voice at me. Like they couldn't touch a hair on my head. So
exactly.
That's what they're taking as access. That's not what I meant. I just meant being able to move in.
Yes. Yeah, because that was too much and that was a big regret in my life. But I'm just like, I would not have my life today if some type of tragedy came into our life like that. Like, I just wouldn't.
Yeah, that type of thing really stays with a child. It's a horrible thing to play with. And I thank God that is not that's not our experience. Like our trauma has nothing to do with sexual trauma, and I'm thankful for that because not everybody is so lucky.
That's right, baby. And what else did I want to touch with you? So we talked about your Uncle Eric and how he was proud, and my Uncle Eric and me.
I feel that my whole family, kind of like I'm everybody's favorite. I'm everybody, just like now with YouTube. I am the one that they love to talk about. I get a lot of unwanted attention, wanted attention. I just carry a light in me, and a lot of people favor me, or just pay a lot of attention to me, and that's just my role in the family. So my Uncle Eric was no different. My great grandma, she would call me smart like it was my middle name. My whole family, my cousins, everybody showed me a lot of love and a lot of attention. Even though I'm kind of shy and reserved and I really don't even want a lot of attention from people, they just naturally gravitate to me for some reason. And, that was my relationship with my Uncle Eric. Every time I got a good report card or even when I was younger, like a baby, he would take me to get candy and stuff just because I think I was the oldest grandbaby.
You was the first baby. I had kids before him. Yeah, I had kids before him, so he wanted a baby once I had a baby because we did everything exactly alike. So when I had you, he kind of wanted to take over. He would come take you to. We had a store across the street from where we lived, and he would kind of want to take over and act like you was his baby. So he would take you to the store, and this is when I ever seen a kid pick up a whole case of ice creams, a whole box of liquishes, the whole thing of lollipops.
He would tell me to do that. Like he would be like, get everything.
Yeah, because he had money, so he would go and ball out at the grocery store, and he would come load my house up with a bunch of candy, a bunch of popsicles, a bunch of ice creams. And at the time, I had only had you. I didn't even have other. Well, I got pregnant with mine a short period later, but this is just how he always was with you. Up until you got through middle school, high school, he just always let you know that he loved you and he was proud of you, right?
For years.
Forever, yeah. Years. It's only distance now because everybody grown and we all live so separate. But when we was all around one another. Exactly. And another thing, have you ever known me for living in Florida?
No, you've never even been to Florida.
I've never been. This person wants to say I have an address in Florida. This person wants to say that I've been in what is it called? Mississippi. I've never been anywhere. I didn't go anywhere until you guys took me to where? Hawaii? Like I'm late. Right. I was a struggle. Oh yeah, you did take me to New York when you was 11. You sure did. And I didn't even want to go. I was begging my mom to go with you. And she said, you gotta go with your own baby. And I'm like, damn, but we had a good time. But I just
when you don't have a formal education and you have a lot of idle time and you don't work a 9-to-5 job to occupy your time in the day, you have time to pull up a lot of nonsense on Google. So that's what that's about.
Exactly.
And be loud and wrong.
Exactly. But I'm just like this person. She wants to invite us into her life. Why do you think? I mean, that's weird.
As vocal as I am, if I went through what they said I went through, I would be the first to say it.
Exactly.
Like, we are all vocal. In my family, we say it. We name it. We acknowledge it. Nobody sweeps things under the rug. Even your kids, every last one of your children were raised to speak our heart and mind and be vocal.
Yeah. Even with, that's what I'm saying. Even towards me. And I'm your mama. So why would you guys bite your tongue to anybody else?
Right. It don't make no type of sense. There's no legitimacy to it. And they can say it till they blue in the face. It don't make it true. My family showed me a lot of special attention because I was the oldest baby. Just like my baby is the oldest. Like just like you were the oldest. Like
and it's generations. My grandmother was the firstborn. My mother was the firstborn. I was the firstborn. You were the firstborn. This is all starting new generations. Kylie is the firstborn. And guess what? Kylie's first child will most likely be a little girl.
Yep.
And she'll start her own little generation. Like that's just how it's been with us.
In our family, the oldest person
is a girl.
Is always a girl. And they always get a lot of special love and attention because it's just a new baby, you know?
Yeah.
That's just how it is. But yeah, none of that happened. None of that nonsense about molestation and all that. My family, the men in my family are not built like that.
No.
They were raised by a mother who was very vocal.
Ooh, mighty woman. She wouldn't have that shit.
She would not have it.
Like, she would never have her sons. Exactly. But this lady son is actually in prison for that, that particular thing. So whatever.
But see, they have a generational curse on them where
I was just about to say that.
All of that runs through their bloodline. Like we have our own generational curse.
Yeah, we do.
Bloodline, like we may be argumentative generations. We have, certain things that like single motherhood our family. That's a generational curse in our family. But sexual deviance is not a generational curse that we have at all. We've never had to deal with that.
No.
None of the men, not my brothers, not my uncles, not my cousins, not my father, not no man in my family had sexual deviant or predator type energy because that's just not our portion.
Yeah.
But because that's her portion and she's so familiar with sexual deviance, she raised a sexual deviant. She herself was the victim of sexual deviance. She projecting it and acting as if that's everybody's story, and it's simply not. Like it's certainly not mine.
And mine either, honey. Beyonce, not hers either. Kylie's either. None of ours. We've never been through that. Now, mama, when my grandmother was in Memphis, you guys, she had a run in with people while she was walking to church one night. And I tell you guys, my grandmother started having church at home. But that's the only situation I've ever heard of. And this why my grandmother was such an advocate against all that low down shit, because she experienced that.
She broke that curse.
Yeah.
She made sure that it ended with her. And none of the kids that came from her would ever have to experience anything like that. That's why she was so vocal. Like when I would go over her house, she had Al at the time, right? And I would go visit her because I feel like every last one of your kids had their people that they would go with. Like my people was my great grandma and my auntie Terry. I would go to their house a lot.
And Davion had Lane, and the boys had Auntie Sharon.
Sharon, yeah. So we would go and visit or whatever. And she would make sure I had a separate place to sleep because she just did not play boys and girls sharing beds or none of that because she had went through that experience, and she wanted to make sure none of her granddaughters, none of her great granddaughters, or nobody else would ever experience that. Not even with her own children, not even with her own flesh.
Exactly, because she didn't. Because I was the girl, and I had 5 uncles at home, and I had my own room. They all had to share. She didn't care. She wasn't putting any of them in my room, although they didn't display any type of distasteful behavior. But she was not going to have the atmosphere even designed.
Yeah, she was just a generational curse breaker.
Yeah,
just like I am. Like you are.
Yeah, because you break, but you're breaking a lot of the things that I did, like boyfriends around your daughter. You don't allow it.
I don't allow that.
And I understand now. I wish I would have known then, but I'm glad that I get it now,
And everything happens for a reason. You had living boyfriends, I didn't like it, so now that generational curse ends with me. So we all have certain things that we go through because they're meant to strengthen us, they're meant to teach us, they're meant for us to improve upon, and that's what I've decided to do. Even being formally educated, getting a college education, that's a generational curse broken, because now in our bloodline for generations to come, college is the norm. Everybody's going to college. My niece, my daughter, my sister, that's just the norm because I decided, okay, I'm going to break this curse.
And then your big cousin Brittany, she started it off. Yeah, she didn't go as far as you, but she went pretty far,
But whatever, every generation we get better, but everybody don't have that story. Like that lady went through sexual violence as a child, and then she created children, and they repeated that same cycle. A lot of people repeat cycles instead of healing and breaking the cycle. And I'm just thankful that that's not even our character, and that wasn't a lesson that we needed to learn. All of that sexual deviance and sexual abuse, that's a tough generational curse to live through. Unfortunately, it's very common. A lot of people go through it. I'm just glad God didn't pick us to withstand that particular hardship.
And another thing, Marjane, you're my oldest, right? I've never told you about a sister that I've had prior to you, right?
A sister? You got Auntie Shug?
Well, not my sister. You're supposed to have a big sister by me.
Oh my gosh! See. And this is why I don't even like
her name's supposed to be Veronica. I'm scared. I'm gonna be like, I'm scared of Veronica's. Like, bitch, where you come from?
This is some kind of phantom ghost that they've created in the figment of their imagination.
Yeah.
And their hallucinations and delusions. And I just can't. Every other person that reacts, they react based on what they see. They react based on reality. You have a group of people, your reactors, they don't have any integrity. They're not rooted in reality. And they don't mind coming up with any kind of far-fetched idea. And this is why I don't even know why you talk to these people.
Man. Well, I know, but you know what? But you know what? When you know what gears me, Majane? Let me just keep it real. They always laugh and talk about what money they're making on me. So I said, well, bitch, let me, you know your mama, right? So let me pull up and make more off you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just competitive like that. Like, bitch, you ain't gonna make nothing off me that I ain't gonna get from you.
And that's the only way it makes sense to me.
And that's my reasoning. Even the Sqaud, they like Roz. Quit feeding it. Roz, it doesn't matter. Roz, we believe you. But I'm just like, well, if they making 10 cents, I want to make $1.
Yeah, and I understand that. That's logical. That's the only logical explanation for entertaining them.
Yeah.
They don't make no sense. You have 4 children. I am the oldest of your four children. If you had another child, why wouldn't you say that? It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, right? Shit, it doesn't. But I want you to go ahead and enjoy your day. You still got 30 minutes to your downtime. Enjoy it to the fullest. Be safe, and I will call you as soon as I'm done. But thank you for clearing up things, because I'm like, it's horrible for people to be put that.
Anything else? Any other crazy things?
Okay, so Messy Oaks is saying Roz Nana deserves her lawyer title. Your daughter is so educated, smart, and wise. Continue being the great you, Nana. Let me go down and see what the. I
had a question for her, Mom.
Okay.
Are you still licensed in California in Nevada, Montana?
I am still licensed. This is public record. They love Google. They can Google my license in both states and see for themselves that I am licensed in both states. My license is active. I have 0 disciplinary actions on my license, no limitations, no issues whatsoever.
Okay.
And they don't have to take my word for it. They can look it up.
They can look it up. Okay, one more thing, Majane. I wanted to ask you too. What take place when you graduate law school, and what order do it goes before you're an actual practicing attorney?
So you graduate from law school. If you were fortunate enough to have the funds, you then enroll in a bar prep course, which can run you anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000. I was fortunate enough to have the means to enroll in such a course. I took Barbary when I was studying for the California bar, and then once I moved to Nevada, I took Kaplan was my bar prep course. So you graduate, you start your bar prep course. It's an 8-week course that is intended to prepare you for the bar examination, because law school does not prepare you for that specialized test. So you need additional training to prepare for that test. You take that training for about 8 weeks, then you sit for the bar exam in about July. They typically administer the bar exam twice a year, once in July, once in February. So you graduate in May, you study for a couple weeks, or more than a couple weeks. You study until about July. You sit for the bar exam, and then you typically have to wait 4 to 5 months before you get your bar exam results.
So in the meantime, what do you work under while you're waiting to see if you pass the bar? What would be your title?
So you operate as maybe like a legal assistant, a law clerk. You don't have the title of attorney yet because you haven't yet passed the bar and taken the oath. So if you're fortunate enough to have employment during that period, you would be considered maybe a law clerk, a legal assistant, something like that.
Until you get your bar results, right?
Until you get your bar results. And then once you get your bar results, you still have to be sworn in officially before you can call yourself an attorney.
Yeah.
Until that point, you're just a JD holder. So yeah, like I was trying.
And that's a Juris Doctorate, right? I can never say that. Okay, a Juris Doctorate. Okay, because that was another thing that you got out of law school and you were a legal assistant, but I'm like, yeah, that's how it works until you get your bar. You know,
not everybody is even lucky to have employment upon graduation from law school. There are some people who graduate from law school, they're unemployed, they don't have enough money to enroll in a bar prep course. My path, I've been very fortunate.
You have.
On my path. I had a job lined up for me before I even graduated law school. I had my bar prep completely paid for before May, before my law school graduation. So, things lined up for me quite nicely in that initial year. out of law school, and I'm still a licensed practicing attorney to this day, paying all of my bills, which I'll be live in my apartment.
Yeah, she's gonna start. I was gonna wait and surprise them that you're gonna start.
I already made an exclusive post. The people who are members on my channel, they know.
Okay.
I made a post just for my members. I think I have about 30 or so members that are still members, even in my absence, which I love, love, love y'all for supporting me in that way.
And listen to what Life with Patricia. She just sent the $20 super sticker. She said, I miss you, my Janae. Beautiful Roz, you know I was coming with my support. Roz Sqaud for life. So people are waiting on you, baby. They love you.
Yeah,
she said, thank you, Life with Patricia. She loved you back. Yeah, because we're just here, and maybe we could get back.
That's my girl, and I love her family, and they skip like
real
family people. They know who's right and who's wrong.
Yeah,
they recognize what's going on here, and they recognize the lie when they hear it. All of this stuff that these people are coming up with, they are just really eager for my attention, your attention, and they're really operating on a low vibration where they're really just doing anything for pennies.
Because that's what they making. If you make $900 over a 30-day period, that's beneath poverty. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay, so I am Miss Lele is in the chat, my Janae. She said She said, "Hey, Lele." She said, "You can't compete with stupid." Yeah, we're figuring all of this out.
You really cannot argue with stupidity.
It's crazy.
Impossible. It's crazy. Like,
okay.
Anytime you present facts, anytime you present something that's logical and makes sense, they're gonna rebut with something that just is illogical because their whole goal is not to make sense of anything. They're not trying to come to a sensible conclusion. They're just trying to create content because they're in need. They have a need, a financial need, and they've decided that this is the best that they have to offer to make a couple of dollars. And that's really what it
exactly. Black T say, when some people that's been abused, they create delusions in their head. That's true. Yeah. She needs help, and she probably hear voices. Yeah.
Yeah, like the lies, they come with lies so easily, but it doesn't matter. They can repeat it, they can lie until they're blue in the face. I know what my story has been. I know what my trauma has been. I've shared my trauma, and I know what it hasn't been. And just because they're saying it doesn't make it reality. I have never, ever experienced any kind of sexual abuse in my entire life, not as a child or an adult. And I thank God for that covering. I thank God for that protection. I thank God for having mighty women around me who did not play that. Like, you may have wanted to date. You may have wanted to date and have a family, right? I know you had that desire for a family unit, nuclear family. And you dated men that I didn't like them. But I thank God none of them was sleazy enough to ever have any romantic interest in your children.
But I'm a good judge of character, and if I even would have got a notion, then that motherfucker wouldn't have been around my kids because my kids, throughout whatever I did, you guys have always come first.
And I feel like they may not, like, they didn't have a job, they didn't have a car.
So you feel like they were losers?
Yeah, that's what I like about them. But at least they had enough decency to not violate me and take my innocence from me and have me walking around mad at the world.
And your sister and your brother, because they don't discriminate. When people are predators, they touch little boys too. We hear about it all the time. It's a very sick thing.
Yeah, they have that spirit on them.
And that's why I say she's so upset that we know that her son is that person, but we need to know. So wherever he may end up throughout the world, people need to be aware of what he's capable of.
Yeah, and the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
It doesn't.
I know fruit by the seeds they bear. And if you bore a sexual predator, that tells me that something was going on within you to even create a person capable of such a violation. That's a major violation.
And and in the article we read, Marjane, it said the neighborhood had to hold him down until the police got there.
A disgusting monster.
It reminds me of a monster, like a wild animal. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, okay, baby.
But I'm not surprised because instead of healing that and breaking those generational curses and loving her children enough to love that sick spirit out of them, all she's focused on is, destroying others, attacking others. So there's no healing that could even take place when you're putting all your energy into trying to harm other people instead of trying to heal yourself and your children.
So yep, and that's what I said too, because her daughter got a long history of different things: drug abuse, prostitution, credit card fraud. Now she's in jail till 2027, and this daughter has children. And guess what? The generational curse is not going to be broken, because not even the grandmother is trying to make sure that wherever her daughter children are, that they're safe.
And you know what? You know the difference, because a support system makes all the difference. I just watched Sqaud on Netflix, and that lady went through so much. Janiyah went through so much because she didn't have a support system. You know what kept us protected from such violent, like awful abuse is the fact that mama thought enough of her child and of herself to get you and to take care of you when my granny had her addiction. Just that difference, just having that little bit of a support system really did alter the course of our life, because if mama didn't care enough about herself or her daughter, she could have let you go into the system, and that could have very well been your story, but she said, not on my watch. You know? And having that support system makes all the difference.
It does. And that's what we're seeing. This is what we're looking at. She don't even want to, even though she's been through all this trauma, she don't want to focus. And now she's of no support. Now she can't even give it. Because if I couldn't imagine having grandkids out there, and apparently the daughter have addictions, and whatever her habit is, where she's a thief or a fraudulent woman, you would think that she would love her daughter enough to make sure the children are okay.
To at least have a connection.
A connection, yes.
And let them know that grandma is here for you. I am your protector. And even to let the other adults in their lives know, these kids are not without nobody. They got family. Like,
exactly.
They're locked up right now, but they have family free and family that's concerned for them. That
and family that'll fuck you up if you do anything wrong to them. Sure.
Because predators, they go after kids who don't have nobody.
That are not protected.
Not protected. And maybe that's why we never had a run-in with a predator, and people did not violate us in that way, because we have a support system. We have one another. We're vocal. We were taught to say it like it is and to speak our heart and mind. So nobody ever wanted to even try it, because they knew they couldn't get away with it. A lot of predators and sexual deviants, they do that, and then they pick out a kid who's never going to tell, so that they can get away with it.
And that there's no one to tell.
Yeah,
like it's
nobody to tell.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, baby, for this conversation. I know you could have took your free time and did a million other things, but thank you for taking out the time to have the conversation with me. I'm going to be calling you throughout the day just to keep checking in. But I love you, baby, and thank you for coming.
Okay, love you too.
Okay.
Bye, Roscoe.
She say bye, Roscoe. Okay, bye, baby. That's the conversation I wanted you guys to be a part of. Let me see. Oh, you charting, Lele? Okay, focus on charting, girl. Everybody is saying speak. Nana, a support system is everything. Let me ping you, Erica. Enjoy your day, Nana. Yeah, everybody. Okay, Billy. I'm sure she's still in the live, you guys. I'm just, my daughter's on her lunch break. That's why I wanted to start it at noon. Just so she can give her input, because at first she said no. My daughter do not like to come here and entertain these low vibrational people, because my daughter have a belief to steer clear when people are displaying that they're so damaged, right? And they are of no good. But yeah, but I wanted to have that, because you're not going to paint an image over me. And even if you do, it ain't gonna be an image of what's my actuality, because I can come here and those same kids that you said I gave access to, that's not true. I know you wish it was true. I know you hate the fact that you have met a young woman that's not afraid of you, that ain't going to buckle to you, that ain't going to bow down to you, and that got a better life and feel good, and everything is squeaky good in my household. I know that's upsetting to you, but you're going to have to deal with it in another way. You're going to have to figure out what can make you feel better. Because the more you fuck with me, the more I'm going to remind you of the fucked up life to which you came from. How your mother didn't love you you enough to save you. How you don't love your kids to save your grandkids. I'm going to keep on how you shitted out a baby. And you say, I was a pass around. You've been getting passed around since 3. Since the age of 3, you shitted out a baby at 12. You cannot give a scenario where I've ever been passed around. You can't just break it down like that. Cause I know you got your stupid ass up in here losing sleep, wondering what the fuck I'm saying, what the fuck I'm doing. Bitch, please. Hey, Danielle Numi, how you doing, baby? Hey, Christy Foot. Keep educating, Nana. You are a born uplifter life. I love you, Nana. Hey, Jackie Thomas. Everybody saying 100. I am Lele. Said, hey, everyone, but I'm charting and listening. But this has completely pissed me the fuck off. Okay. Don't let it bother you, baby. Hey, Starburst. Hey, love thyself. Everybody speaking to Lele. Love thyself say, why the daughter way down south getting into trouble? I don't know. I think when her kids get a certain age, like Bumpy Johnson, they just throw their kids out into the world. It's like, I'm not supporting you. I don't have to know your kids. I never want to be that person. If I brought you into this world, I'm going to assist you as much as I can until it's your turn to assist me in life. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it goes. When I said I was raised up in love, we love each other. We support each other. We help one another. We encourage. My aunties uplift me. We have long conversations. We get together and have dinners all together just because we want to spend some time together. Like, I don't know. I wish everybody, you guys, I pray, because I know everybody didn't have it. And I'm not saying that I'm boasting and bragging like, I'm not saying none of that. I wish everybody could feel like I feel. I wish, and I just can't even explain the depth of it is with me, because in my core, in my soul, God knows. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful, because I know it could have been a lot different. I did have an addictive parent. I did, but because my grandmother was this mighty woman, it did not bother me. When I said I never felt the addiction of my mother, because I never felt it. I never went without a meal. I was never going through an eviction with her. My grandmother kept me away from anything that would affect me negatively. She guarded me. My mother lived in my grandmother's household. So my mother would come home, leave home, be at home, go out on the weekends. But I never felt any type of negativity from my mother because I wasn't affected by her drug use. Oh, okay. Good morning, baby. I was never affected by her drug use. That's what I mean, you guys. Not that I'm bragging, it was all peaches and cream. I hated my mother picked up that addiction. But that's exactly the point that I was made. It never affected me. Let me see. Miss Lele, when are you going to start going live again? I seen a live from Miss Lele today. So she had to get pregnant at 11. Her and her parents should be ashamed. I would be embarrassed to say I had a baby. Say it again. You had a lot of love and support. Love thyself, and still to this day. Still to this day, I still got a lot of love and support. Look at you guys. Look at you guys. You guys are a great deal. Oh, you leave? Okay, baby. Well, I'll see you next time. Sorry, I'm always on live and I can't. Okay. You have a good one. Uh-huh. Okay, let me see. Gina Jewess say, yep. So she was very young, 11. And you say you had a good foster father? How? Where was he at while you were pregnant? You said he picked you up in the 9th grade, but when you had your child, you was just coming out the 6th into the 7th. So he wasn't aware that you shitted out a baby? He wasn't aware of that? He didn't feel bad? They wasn't apologetic that they weren't watching you close enough for you to bring life forth? It just makes no sense. I understand you to the fullest, Miss Ross. Hey, life lesson. Thank you. Because it's not a brag. I just never felt the effect of my mother's addiction. Anytime the bitch sits on live with no panties on, playing with herself, you know she a sick bitch. Ooh, who did that? I'm glad I missed that part. If they don't see that no is real, they are very delusional. Love you, no. Oh, Miss Jackie Thomas, they see it. They don't want to see it. It hurts them because they don't have a child like my children. But they definitely see it. This is why they're so angry at her. Majane hasn't been on here in months, but these people still beg for her attention today. It's crazy. Hey, Ozella, and she don't give a fuck about people reading her courts. I don't give a fuck about people reading 911 calls. It's just the other shit that I'll be like, like, bitch, that's a lie. Oh no, bitch, that's your life, not mine. Shit. I know that was devastating having a baby at 12. Ooh, small talk. It had to been devastating. I couldn't imagine. A big goofy mental face. Did you hear that? Let me see. Pretty young thing that's in your pipe and smoke. What? Oh, put it in your pipe and smoke and tell Elisa. Ross says she's a thief and embezzler. I'm hollering. She was. She is a thief. Ain't no telling what she sit over there doing under them computers every day. One day it's all gonna be revealed. The movie Straw just shows what a person looked like that has no support. And the big face bitch is a poster child for no support as well. She can't give none and she can't receive any. And this is why I pick with her because I'm like, not that I would tease people about such a horrific life, but she fuck with me so much. I'll be like, bitch, look what you went through. Majane is a very intelligent lady. Yes, she is. Roz funny. I'm hollering, love me some Roz. Hey, Zaza, I don't blame her. Let me drop down, y'all. Because I just had to have that conversation on live. She's a thief, and she told her children how to be thieves. Yes, she did. She taught her children how to be thieves and how to be weak men and women, how to just give up on life. Who wants to sit around on drugs? We see this 50-year-old laying in her bed smoking a blunt. Like, how gross, how dreadful. You ain't graduated from none of that stupid shit. Bitch, go get a therapist. I couldn't imagine carrying a baby at 12 while playing with dolls. Tragic. Love thyself. She was playing with balls, not dolls. She was already playing with balls. Let me see. Hey, LMG, who is that? Hey, Boo. Hey, Antoinette. Hey, darling. Love you back. Hey, Miss April Love. Hey, Billy Watkins. People would be jealous of you from having a nice upbringing. Exactly. Lakeisha, they mad at my upbringing. They mad at the fact that we have a popping ass squad. They mad at the fact that I live so comfortable. They probably mad because I've already got dinner on the go. And it ain't even what 12:52. We can eat what I made. I made pasta. We can eat the pasta. I can add some corn to it, some garlic bread, and there goes dinner. They mad because I was able to get that out the way today. Like, these people are just jealous-hearted women and men, and they can't help themselves. They can't. I'm sorry. I still can't be upset because my day is great. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to come and clown they ass. Because quit trying to give me your life. I don't give a fuck who you calling. If it ain't worked for you bitches yet, I'm sure it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Now, I don't know what that police call is going to be labeled as from yesterday, but I'm going to call them because I ordered the documentation for the 3rd of May. The outcome and what the police officer documented. And since it was my home address and I was a part of it, I'll be giving you guys the paperwork. I'll be, because they like it's a fluke, it's a crank caller, it's somebody jealous of you, Roz. They want us to keep running to your home, but you could prove that it was nothing of your doing. Okay, that's all I want. Yesterday, they didn't even come by. They just called me, let me know what was going on, what was being said, and I gotta call them and make sure I can get a document of that. Because while they trying to submit, police records and acting like I'm some type of bad person in my community, I got the police department have my back. They're giving me things just in case anything was to come from it, that I could prove that I'm just a victim of being stalked and harassed. It's people in other states that don't know me, don't know what I'm doing, don't know how I'm doing it, making false accusations with a thought and opinion of what they think, but they don't know me. They don't know nothing about me other than the fact that I come here and make too much motherfucking sense on the internet, that I'm abundantly blessed financially and I can take good care of my grandbabies. They know all that, right? Hey, Danielle, thank you for the 100s. Gina USA Roz, you just made me choke on my juice. She was playing with balls, not dolls. Gina. She was playing with all type of balls, nasty balls, sticky balls, gross balls, blue balls, yellow ball, green balls, in her throat. She was juggling balls in her throat, all that type of shit. And it only makes sense because she shitted out a baby at 12. I couldn't say that she was playing with balls if the evidence of her being a nasty ass a whore broad, I couldn't say that if there's no truth. And having a baby at 12, we know she was a whore. We know that she was ucked on day in, day out. The father wasn't too far. He was with it because he was getting his old balls sucked on as well by her bullfrog face looking ass. We're sitting in our bed, wine and eating expensive cheese and eating fresh fruit. I know that's right, Viola. Enjoy. And not the balls. We're playing with at 12. Not those balls. Not jacks, not volleyball, not baseball, not kickball. We talking about scrotums, real balls that's on men bodies. And she probably was licking on the old foster mom. She probably was licking on her, but JJ, because it had to have been something wrong with all them people, from the mama to the daddy to the siblings. All them people want her to screw them. Yuck. And that mama was fat and funky. Ugh. I couldn't imagine. Let me see. Playing with balls, not dolls, is wow. Erica, exactly. My 11-year-old is to my house and she is playing with her dolls right now. I couldn't imagine her being small talk with Lakeisha. It'd be like, what the fuck? And you say you had a good daddy? You said that your daddy, that don't make no sense. That couldn't be the story you telling, bitch. That doesn't sound right. Let me see. A bunch of angry bird mad bitches. That's it, Lawanda. She tried too hard to appear. She has a good life and going broke trying to cheap shit. And listen, all that cheap shit adds up. I'm like that po bald head bitch. But we seen the daughter with her little a couple inch afro. This bitch gotta wrap a goddamn thing around her wig every day. This bitch probably can't go without a wig, not even while she's sleeping. She probably looked just as horrific as her child, girl. Because when I say twins, they are twinning. Twins. She's very unattractive, mainly because of her character. April, and that big ass bullfrog face. It's a few things, but she's very unattractive. Betty, very immature, childish. Like she's all the negative things. And her people that over there with her, they just as fucking stupid. I couldn't imagine carrying a baby at 12 while girl, love thyself. Love thyself. Look at Billy laughing. If she has such a good daddy, Mooka, bring it, Mooka. If she has such a good daddy and a great childhood, when she became pregnant at 11, why wouldn't that daddy go do something to the man that got her pregnant? Because I believe it was his son. I believe it was his son, but right. Who ain't gonna crash out about their baby for JJ? Did nobody crash out about her? She kept shitting out kids. Before that bitch was 21, she probably had about 5 to 4 kids. That face is powerful looking. Yes, it is. It's very strong. She got a strong neck, a strong face. Life lesson 716 facts. Wasting our trees with all that useless pile of paper. Tardo bitch. Lawanda. She is a tardo. She want to keep showing them papers like they mean something. Like it's some type of threat to me. Did y'all hear my daughter say that she is an active attorney in 2 states? Why would she lie? She don't got not one thing against her license in neither state. Not one thing. So that bitch thinks she intimidating us. The bitch is retarded. If she think all that shit is intimidating, it's not. We don't get no fuck, bitch. You keep chopping down trees, making paper, bitch. That's on you. Bitch, we would never. You don't get that type of attention from us. You don't anger us, bitch. We laugh at your retarded ass. We think you're quite stupid. We want to know. And I'm telling you, you'll have 1,000 people listening. What was it like becoming pregnant at 12? Or you started fucking at 3? So was you just used to it and you were just house with one of them foster parents' sons? They had made you into some type of sex slave or something, bitch? Tell us. All right, stop your mess with the ball. Marianne, all type of balls. Old balls, stinky balls, scrotums. That's what she was playing with, juggling scrotums in her jaws, playing with balls. And I thought, y'all know I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. Miss Lawanda be sitting in the women be sitting in the bootleg looking house at the table with all them down papers folded, looking like Louise Jefferson. Ross, I wouldn't be a big surprise if she was the what is it the in what is it called the intonator of all that has happened to her. She's you if she wasn't the intimidator. Yeah, Miss Deb, because I believe that she did something to her kids. It's a reason why they're like they like. I believe that they're like they are because they probably was touched. And just like she didn't get the psychological help that she needed, they're not either. They're masking their pain with drugs and all type of shit. Let me see. They'll be the day I'll watch her live. Tell your story. That'll be the day. That'll be the day we'll all watch that motherfucker. Cause I want to know, bitch, what did that look like? Let me see. Life lesson. I read that woman needs to eat those papers. Ha! Tell the bitch to swallow them. It ain't serving her no purpose. Like the dumb bitch and all them damn disk drives. I'm like, we don't give a fuck about that bitch. The videos are still there. Shit, you got the channel. You can send everybody to watch for their motherfucking self. This bitch want to intimidate somebody. Bitch, please. Hey, Roro. Hey, Antoinette. LaWanda say, Roz, did y'all, let me tell y'all this and then I'm going to get out of here. Did y'all hear in Las Vegas, it was a content creator against a content creator. And this shit touched so home for me. Now, it was 2 people unalived on the Vegas Strip early morning, late night, early morning, in front of the Bellagio because they was feuding on YouTube. And they must have met up with one another in Vegas, but they know exactly who they looking for. And 2 people has lost their existence. I said, that's so crazy. Like, these people are crazy, you guys. It's really sick how that type of stuff happens. And I'm like, that's so close to home because these people, oh, we couldn't, I can't even understand why, well, I do understand it, but I'm just like, this shit gets deep, y'all. It gets too deep for me. I'm just like, damn, these people get to know you on Facebook. They choose not to like you. Because I know it's about 10 bitches that want to inflict some type of harm on me and my babies. But I'm going to keep praying over us. But when I heard that story about the Bellagio, I was like, God dang. And when you guys get a chance, go check it out. Go check it out, you guys. And I don't know, it was something with Peach McIntyre. I don't know if that was an old video or if it was one of her twins or what, but one of her babies was having constant seizures. Oh, wow, that's scary. It is Love Thyself. Roz, the paper collector with all the calculators, just a kid. Oh, wow. What? That's crazy. Uh-huh. Where was them papers at when her kids were incarcerated? They still there. They still locked up. I'm going to try to get the daughter to do a tell all. Roz, please read my comment. Okay. Let me go up. Live Patricia. Hey, Annette. Hey, Laurentina. Okay, laugh out loud. Her strong face behind be having so much papers in her hand until papers be falling all out. She's a crazy man. Roz, I'm in the kitchen with hot grease cooking homemade onion rings. Stop. Okay, Laurentina. Don't you hurt yourself. Don't you burn yourself. That hoe will go viral. Miss Run Up a Bag. I'm trying to get the whole ideas. I'm so sick of all them papers. Listen, the papers is getting on our goddamn nerves, y'all. We just like, girl, that's crazy. Yeah, it is. Roz, please read my comment. I got it. Let me see. Thanks, my beautiful Wendy Jones. That's Annette. Where was them papers at when her kids are incarcerated? She got them. I hate a person over the internet that you're never met. It's insane, girl. It's insane. That says that's sad. Prayers up for the family. Yeah, Roz, it ain't that serious. Listen, Patrice, it ain't. Sick ass people shaking my damn head. This is the reason why you can't put anything past what a person say. You gotta be on watch 24/7. Uh-huh. And that stuff is going on in Vegas is exactly why the police have no other choice but to start cracking down on these false accusations being made, giving out people SSN number and etc. And they have to crack down. Yes, they do. That's crazy. It's definitely crazy. I believe the baby looks smaller in that video. Okay. Cause I'm like, is because Peach like to put up old videos. Now, is that one of her twins, you guys? Or is just another child? Because that child was having seizures, but it looked like one of the twins. But when her babies are little, they all favor one another, right? Let me see. Like, let's say Miss Lawanda, she irks my nerves trying to be something that she's not, or nor that she's not, nor will ever be in her what is it called? Genetic ass. Okay. Black T, hello, hit the like button. She even tried to flash a what? Tried to even flash a stapler as a weapon. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about her. And plus of all, if I ever gotta defend myself, the police ain't gonna have to look for me. I'm gonna be right there. Cause I'm gonna explain myself. It's cameras all up and down that strip. It's cameras all over the world, you guys. When I drive around Brentwood, every stoplight, there's a camera. This whole world is under surveillance. They didn't have to put cameras on our highways because of all the freeway shootings. I would stay right there because you're going to have to try to hurt me before I go to those drastic measures. So just listen, it's gonna be everything gonna be talked about. It was the it was the twins, but them twins is only about 4 months old now. It was the twins. Wow. Well, one of the twins, Gina. A twin. Okay, Royalty Queen. This live was great. Thank you, Small Talk. Yes, it's one of the twins. Wow. Yes, that's a old video with the twins. Wow. So is he okay? The twins was the last baby she had. They are small. They are. Bumpy is good for reposting old videos too. She has done it recently. That's what they do. They have a lot of cameras in our city too. Yes, I've seen that, but it's happening, Roz. I've seen it happen in Chicago as well. A young girl had a problem on social media with a girl, and she was at the birthday party. The girl came and unalived her at the party. That's crazy. You could tell when she was a child, she made up all type of stories. Big liar. Straight drop, big lie. You could tell she's a big liar now. She said it was one of the twins. It happened when her other son was in the hospital. But my whole thing is, let me see, she had the twins sitting up in a walker. But my whole advice to Peach, them babies came straight out the hospital into Disney World. They never seem like, even coming from the NICU with problems. You don't just say, you got to sit still. You got to let them babies be in the house for a while. I know it's okay for healthy children, probably, but her kids had issues. And they all up in that hot ass sun and them strollers. Like, I think that she needs to settle down. It's just like Peach is going through it with that guy. She takes care of him. He didn't get her nothing for Mother's Day, but she outbuying him everything for Father's Day. Like, that's stupid. I would give him the same shit he gave me. Nothing. Because he's getting checks from TikTok and different things, you guys. It may not be as much as hers, but he's not even paying bills. The one thing he does is keep his children, which he should. But because Peach is not the type to want to be bothered with those 9 kids, she just caters to him. But Peach can't sit still, because if she sits still, her reality would kick in that she's cheating herself. She's cheating herself and her children, because she's a very unhappy young woman. I don't care, even when she's laughing, she's crying. Now the baby's having this, and did she ever say what was wrong with the little boy? He stayed in the hospital for a while. She had the twins sitting up in a walker. Wow. Let me see. Just slow. Roxanne, say it again. Ross, I think it was her twin. Now the smaller one, she said the other kids had seizures before. Wow. I mean, I've heard of kids that's not, what is that word that I'm looking for, you guys? They kids that's not is it epilepsy, or it's called something, y'all. Keep your head on a swivel, Ross. I got you, Zaza. But my whole thing is, what was wrong with that little boy? And people can have seizures when they get vaccinations and they already got a runny nose and not feeling too good. They can have what's called convulsions, right? Ross, I think that was her twin. Now, the smaller one, she said her other kids had seizures before. Wow. Did you see her go shopping for him? Let me see, for Father's Day, but he didn't do nothing for her on Mother's Day. Love thyself. Because she's so unhappy, y'all. She try to mask what she feels. She teaches all these classes about adversity, right? But she's living within her adversity, not being real with herself. Don't nobody want a husband that take every opportunity he can to go lay up and be intimate with another woman. Nobody wants that. We damn sure ain't gonna spoil that and cater to that. This man can't live on his own. And I believe that what the other little son is suffering from is the genetic from the dad because he appears to be slow. I'm sorry, y'all, but girl, keep your head on the swivel. I got you, baby. Exactly. And would you think after having 20 kids, she would know better? Something is mentally disturbed with that bra. LaWanda, it gotta be. They coming straight from NICU to Disney World. I'm like, what? Bitch, kids don't go to the NICU because it's not a problem. They go because it's a problem. I just cannot figure out what's I just say she's a very unhappy young woman. Self-esteem is in the goddamn toilet bowl. Like, I'm just like, poor Peach. But she did talk about this Donna Karen deodorant. I gotta go find it. They said I gotta go to Macy's. I'm going. And I may treat one of you lucky women to some too. Because we want to know what that Donna Karen hitting for. I like Donna Karen. She needs to get off social media and focus on her 9 kids, girl. Hey, Dee Dee Forever, how you doing? Hey, Roz and Chad. I'm late, but I'm here. Just got out of the hospital. Well, I hope you're feeling better, baby. She took them straight to the outside with all those germs going on. Yes, Gina. Roz, she's moving too fast with them twins, not resting at all. No. And then it went got her a stripper pole for her bedroom. She is so, her self esteem is down the commode, you guys. It's sad to watch. I always said that's why she constantly be on the go because she don't want to face her reality. Yes, that's what it is. Who the fuck want to keep running to all these different amusement parks? I don't give a fuck. Listen, if I take my kids to one, we ain't gonna be back for a few months. Maybe even longer than that. Shit. Peach elevator don't go all the way to the top. It couldn't, Patrice. It definitely could not. She settled for less. No way. She loves herself because she do. If she do, she would have settled for less. Exactly. I'm glad that you're okay, Dee Dee. Love you. May God keep blessing you each and every day. Hey, Annette. Hey, Roxanne. I am with you when you're right, Ross. Thank you, baby. I think they're both a little touched, dude. Yeah. I can't listen to her. She is like listening to a drunk on drugs. A drunk on drugs. Raj, you speaking facts on facts. Thank you. I see you looking. Yes, it's like, let me see. Yes, it's like that in Memphis. Cameras everywhere, especially to the expressway. Yeah. Yeah, Wood is slow. I believe he is. I know the video I seen, she said she never had kids that have seizures. Okay, because I'm like, it's not that common. Me too, Roz. I love Donna Karen. Hey, Lynette. Well, they got this deodorant that's going really viral on TikTok, and Peach did talk about it. So I'm definitely, y'all know I'm gonna go find me some. I would be on mute. I like, damn. Damn it, say something. Right, Miss Rumperbag. Just sitting back, smiling with his nappy ass head. Thank you, Roz. I'm feeling much better. Okay, baby. Hold on. Okay, let me see. Love thyself. Okay, that's my cue, you guys. I'm gonna have to get out of here. Hey, Phyllis. Erica Robinson say Roz Peach is the last unloved person. There is no way I would cater to a deadbeat bum like her husband. She needs him to take care of them new limit soldiers. She's not done having kids. So she say, girl, I don't agree with the way she treats her son Choice. Yeah. But listen, Ross, I'm sure it's a old video. Okay. Ross, she act like she addicted to Disney. She do. Like she addicted to all her deprivement, right, you guys? Okay, you guys, it's time for me to get off. My babies want to go swimming, so let me go oblige them. I love you guys, and I will see you guys sooner than later. Love you all to the moon and back. Bye, Ross Squad. Love y'all. Bye bye. Gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Bye, Round Squad. Let's go enjoy the rest of our day on what? On purpose. Hit that like button. I know we talked about a lot, you guys, and a lot of people probably forgot to hit the like button, but go hit that love button, you guys. I love you, and I will see you guys sooner than what? Later. Bye, guys. Thank you, Lele, for coming in the chat, baby. And thanks to all the Round Squad. You guys really hold me down. I love it. Bye-bye.